What does your family see when they look at you right now? Do they see the guy who is the pillar of the home, or the guy with the energy, the vision, and the fire in his eyes? Or do they see the guy who's just tired, the guy who's quietly clocked out and just waiting for retirement? Your kids and your spouse, they don't need those past trophies anymore. They don't care about what you did 10 years ago. They need your present strength. If you lost that fire and haven't lost your confidence, you're losing the chance to lead your family into the best chapter. You're setting up for a passenger in your own home. But here's the truth, your family first isn't over, it's just waiting to pick up the tools again. Today, I'm going to give you 7 days of a confident reset designed specific for men over 50 who are ready to stop playing past their prime and start leading the family that they deserve. So the first one, I'm going to start here. Here we go. I believe the first one is you have to start with your foundation. And your foundation is being physically fit. A lot of, especially men in our 50s, we've gotten busy at work and put in we've put the work aside, and we haven't continued to exercise. So one of the things that many men, especially men over our age, I think we need to start exercising, and especially strength training, because lifting weights after the age of 50 helps build a significant muscle, but also it boosts confidence. If you ever notice, once you start building muscle, and you don't have to be bulky. I'm not talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger bulk. I'm talking about just a little bit of muscles. You're going to see your confidence grow as you're walking around in the gym. Even other guys are going to start noticing and say, hey, look, hey, how are you doing? How's everything? Because they see a person that's taking control of his life and building something for himself instead of for someone else. I mean, you also could do endurance training. So, like, let's say, for instance, if you enjoy running or cycling or swimming, those that physical that improves your mental resilience when you do stuff, because you're actually putting your body under stress. And once you finish working out, I don't know if you ever done it, after you finish working out, you feel energized. So that's another thing that you want to. And the next part is be consistent when you're exercising. Because a lot of us guys, especially in our 50s, we tend to, especially a lot of people, not just in our 50s, but you start off in January, that's your New Year's resolution, you start exercising, and then you quit. Do it for a month and a half, and then you quit. But you got to be consistent. And that's how you build confidence, is being consistent. The next one is mindset. You have to shift your mindset. This is number two. You got to embrace change, because when we were younger, we our mindset was just go work out, go to work, make it, get your paycheck, come home and relax. Our mindset was just climbing that corporate ladder and just doing what was told. But now that we're a little bit older, our mindset has shifted, because we're still living in the past and we need to start living in the present of, okay, we can't think about all the stuff we did when we were young. We got to think about what we are today. And the one thing is that we're not past our prime. We're actually in our strongest chapter yet. So we got to switch our mindset from we're not past our prime, that we're still relevant today. We also got to start thinking about small wins. So it could be small wins. Instead of, like, let's go back to physical fitness. Let's say walking for 10 minutes instead of 20 or 30. Count that as a small win. Or if you had something a project that you wanted to do, a small project, just do that project for 5 minutes. Just say, I'm going to start it for 5 minutes and see if I can continue. So, like, if it's to clean your garage or do something, do it. Yeah, do it. Another thing is find therapy. I guess some sports. What's great is now that we have the internet and the World Wide Web and whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of groups out there for men, especially men over 50, out there that you can join. You could just go on any site, just join. You could go to Reddit, or Reddit. You could go to Meetup. That's another website that you can find groups and just connect. Find support, or find you could look for get find a counsel that you can talk to. That's another thing that you can do. Another thing, number 3, and this is how you build your confidence, is rebuild your social network. Now, I'm not saying get rid of your old friends. I'm saying we've all changed over the years, and I don't know about you, but I haven't connected with a lot of my high school friends for many years. So I had to, every time I've changed, I've found new friends, surround myself with a new network. Start rebuilding your social network. Start looking for people who are in your interest now. Like, let's say if you're interested in knitting, let's put it that way. Find that community, rebuild that network. Or if you're into building cars or sailing or exercising, rebuild that network, because we've all changed, especially people that you grew up with, and now we're in all different places in our lives. Things have changed. Rebuild your network. Also, another thing that you want to do is surround yourself with positive people. Now, I know that there's a lot of people that we hang around and they're always negative, and that energy is not good. So surround yourself, especially if you're rebuilding your network, look for people that boosts you and pushes you forward, and you'll see how you excel. Like, look for people that are always positive. Who are the people that are always negative. Don't, minimize the amount of time you spend with them, or, cut them off if you have to. But that is one thing that you have to do. Number 4 is, practice a new skill. A lot of times is that learning a new skill will build confidence because you're learning something new. A hobby can boost your confidence. So like my hobby, I started doing this YouTube channel and I love it. I love creating content and I'm learning something new. It's like I've never done this. I'll be honest, I've done other things online, but this is the first time I have a YouTube channel and I'm learning so much. So learn something new. If it's learn a new language, learn how to cook. My brother-in-law, he's learned how to play the guitar after being I don't know how many years he's been in IT, but he's been in IT for 20 plus years. Now he's learning to play the guitar. So learn something new. Or not, another thing, if you're looking for a career pivot, look to educate yourself. Now, I'm not saying go back to school and spend another 4 years in university just to get a career. There's a lot of programs there online that you just have to join and learn. It's out there. It's very easy to upgrade your skills. The next one is personal care. Now, taking care of your parents, getting a nice shave, changing your clothes, make sure that just change some of your clothes. The other day, I'm at work and I see a lot of, especially the young people, their clothes are torn. Like they got holes in their shirts, or clothing is a little bit faded. Their pants is faded, whatever. Or the shoes, they're not wearing proper shoes anymore. They're wearing the same shoes they were, 8 months ago. So change your appearance. Don't be afraid to change your appearance. Like, one tip I could kind of give you an example is when you're putting your hangers, put them the other way. So like hook them backwards, and if you use that clothing, put it back forward. So like after you take your shirt off and you wash it, you put it back forward. And then at the end of the month, the stuff that's pointing away, that's still hooked this way, get rid of them. Just take them to the Goodwill and get rid of them, because it's time to upgrade your wardrobe. Start wearing something that is flattering. Shave, take care, take a shower, put on cologne, upgrade your wardrobe if you can. And also maintain a healthy lifestyle. So like, let's say for instance, eat better. I don't know about you, but we can't eat the box of cookies anymore. After a certain age, it just doesn't burn off anymore. So you gotta start thinking about your health and start eating proper food. So good energy in, you have better energy coming out. So that's let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was number 5. The next thing that you want is it's time to step out of your comfort zone and start looking at personal growth. I think a lot of us, especially men, I was a little bit resistant to personal growth. And I'm like, okay, well, what is this personal growth? But I've started to do journaling. I started to do meditating. I renew myself and getting fit again, learning something new, mental growth. I joined a group a couple of months ago, and one of these virtual groups, and I shared what's bothered me. It was great. So embrace embrace something new. It's gonna be uncomfortable because a lot of us men are, like, "Yeah, I don't do journaling," but you gotta. We've been doing the things that we did before, and like our old, when we were 25, and now it's time to embrace something brand new. And last but not least, this is number 7: financial planning. Think about, starting. You could start investing. I mean, if you haven't started investing, start investing. It doesn't hurt. Take a chance and still invest. Another thing is, if you want to move from that employee mindset to the entrepreneur mindset, take a chance. Dip your toes in the water. Feel how it is to be an entrepreneur. Run your own business. Secure your future. Build I recommend building multiple streams of income. It's not hard anymore. Now with AI, everything is much more easier. Your time is shortened to discover what you want to do. So think about your financing, plan it. It will help you because once your bank account is good, your confidence increases because you don't have to worry. That's one less thing you have to worry about. So, anyways, if you found value, hit subscribe and follow me. It'll greatly helps this channel. And let's do this together. Build let's build something together by following me. Okay? All right. Talk to you later. Bye.